Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're here. We're back with G Witch episode 17. Real quick, if you could like the video for me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Now, coming off of I don't want to say, was it Miorine finally showed back up to school. We had her, the episode end with her and Prospera with her meeting. And then before that, it was her conversation with Suletta, her first conversation for the first time. So we had that. I'm wishy-washy on that, but you guys already know that. Guel is back. Guel came back, so I'm excited to see where that goes. We have some insight on what Shattuck was doing, and it still doesn't make sense what Shattuck is trying to do, but we'll see what Shattuck is doing. We'll see. And yeah, Nika is currently in a pickle. She is currently in a pickle. So let's just lock in. Let's see what 17 has in store for us. Episode 17, we're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Why? That's probably that the last duel probably. So are we assuming that one more battle will raise the permit score level to 8? Was that here in Discord, or was that someone that left a comment last week or 2 weeks ago saying that what if whenever the aerial gets to like a certain permit score, whether it be 8 or higher, that the Airy will be that Airy will be able to pilot the aerial by herself without actually needing a pilot. Because right now it feels like she like there needs to be a Gundam pilot in order to to move the aerial. But what if the permit score gets high enough where Airy can just move around on her own? I think someone left a comment about that. I can't see what you guys are saying. I'm blind. So when I'm done cleaning these, I'll see. Mionine is definitely getting played like a fiddle. 1000%. 1000%. Reject humanity, become mobile suit. She's definitely being played. 1000%. If you think she's not being played, then I don't know what to tell you. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Precious things. That's great. She's a knight who thinks she's a queen. That's a great comparison. Did they give the aerial back? I do want Miorine to I want Miorine to actually what are these things that they're all carrying around? To think about what Prospera actually said to her when she's just like, you use her just like I use her. Like I want her to actually think about that. playing them like a fiddle, though. I wonder how this is gonna backfire on him, though. Hmm. Wow, really? Elon, he crossed the threshold. Uh oh, Elon. He keep pushing the envelope. Not the same. Yeah. Yeah, mad aggressive. Relax, my guy. Gwen! I don't know. It's something about he looks cooler now. He looks exactly the same, but he looks cooler now. Tag him. Look at him running off with his tail between his legs. Nice. Do you think he would tell Suletta what actually happened? Or do you think he would just hold on to that forever? He's probably going to hold on to it forever. I wonder if he'll ever tell anybody. Okay. 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 Yeah, okay. Would you look at that? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's okay, Suletta. He did propose, right? He did. That was funny. Would you look at that? She's a precious thing. Yeah. Why? What's the point? Okay. What's exactly? He's gonna cut his hair? Is this episode gonna end before they fight? Nah, he cut the hair. It looks good. It looks good. Look at how different he is from the last time they fought each other. I think so. I think that does confirm the relationship. He's gonna have anxiety getting. Yeah, I was gonna. He's gonna have anxiety getting behind the sticks again. You see? Did you see his face? Did you see Shattuck's face? Ah, he's like, I'm dead. Oof. Why do I feel? I always feel like this, like the episode's gonna end, but then they start fighting. It always feels like the episode's gonna end, but then they start fighting. Ooh, he covered that distance really fast. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. He's got to get back into it. It's gonna take him a minute. In a minute, it could be like not this fight. Who's she talking to? Okay. So not fair. It's so not fair. It's so not fair. Oh, that shot was cool, man. He's panicking. Okay, here we go. Nice, Guel. Here we go. Ooh. This fight visually looks really freaking cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Solita lost an arm again. Oh, wow. There's Aerie. No, we are not playing Happy Birthday. They have ruined this song. Uh, wow. Wow. She was going to kill him. He was dead. Is no one going to ask why the aerial just shut down? No one's going to ask why it shut down? I would be like, why did it stop moving? Is there an after credit scene? I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood, right? The only thing, because I can go on a whole rant about Miodane, right? I said this at the beginning of this reaction. I said it at the end of last week's episode. But I will play this one scene and then I'll move on, right? I'll play this one scene right here from last week. Miodane says this girl will do anything that you tell her to do. I won't let you have your way with her anymore. And then Prospera's response to her was, do you want to have your way with her next? Right? Like, would it like that's all I have. I can't keep harping about this. Elnora manipulated Suletta. We all know that. I think we've known that for a while now. So, in order to resolve this issue, you manipulate her even more? The only thing that's different between Prospera's manipulation and Miorene's manipulation is that Suletta still doesn't know that her mother was manipulating her. But you looked her dead in her face and manipulated her. Like, it's like I like you there could have been a different way to do that. There could have been a different way to do that. All this did was just fall directly into Prospera's hands. That's all this did. This just fell right into her hands. Like you drag Gwell into this. Like you drag. Yeah, I don't got nothing constructive to say. Right? I I don't got nothing. Not for that. Not for that. Right? I don't got nothing for that. I don't know. Not for that. Um I don't know. Um um I don't know. I think I need to rewatch this episode because something definitely happened with whenever Prospera's mask lit up. I'm trying to spit the words out. Something definitely happened. Something definitely happened whenever the mask lit up. I don't know. Was it? Was that? I don't know. Hold on. Did did the mask make any noise whenever it happened? Because Eri said sorry. And we know how Eri feels about Suletta from the short story. So did the mask light like the mask lit up, but did it make a noise? Hold on. Hold on. Where's the scene where the mask lit up? Oh, dang it. It lit up where? Right in here? Did it light up after? It did make a noise. It was like Prospera like seen her. I don't know. It seemed like the mask did make a noise. Elnora finally seen Ari again for the first time. I don't know. Y'all know say. I have no idea. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying because my brain's all scrambled. I want to rant, but I will refrain from not ranting. Let me just read what's in the Discord. Um, Here's my thing. Myorene wants to help Suletta, quote unquote help, by getting her away from Elnora's manipulations. So to do that, she manipulates Suletta into an unnecessary fight, sabotages her machine, and forces her to lose, despite knowing how important the aerial is to Suletta. It's another point as well, right? Yes, the aerial and Suletta are together because Prospera put them together. but I do not think that Prospera manipulated Suletta into forming a relationship with Eri. I think that just happened natural. I think they formed a relationship naturally. I don't know. This anime is gonna be the end of me. So yeah, when so when is Shattuck gonna make a play for the Gundam? That's a good question. I'm not sure. And she should know damn well that Elnora isn't gonna let the Aerial get away from her. That's what I don't understand. This woman has so much power, so much influence. She knows about so many more things than you do. You honestly think your plan that you've come up with will be able to outsmart her? I don't understand. Make it make sense. Prospera has no use for Suletta now. We don't know that necessarily. We don't know that necessarily. We have no idea. We can guesstimate, but we don't know that necessarily. We know Suletta's definitely going to tailspin after this. Also, Suletta's codependency is on her mom, Ariel, and Miyone is bad. Yes, she needs to build up her own self separate from them. Yeah, Miyone definitely messed up. She definitely did. She doesn't want to hurt her, but she doesn't want to hurt her, but she hurt her. That's you got to make it make sense. I don't want to hurt you, but I hurt you. Seems like Miyone has a W finally. It'll probably play in the Prospera saying, yep, Earthhouse is gonna have to do some heavy therapy next episode. Yeah. All for a Suletta villain arc. Could be reverse psychology. I'm gonna manipulate you so hard that you retaliate and break free from manipulation entirely. Suletta doesn't have a clue that her mother is manipulating her. That's the thing. Right now, as Suletta sits in this cockpit, all she knows is that Miyone betrayed her. She doesn't know anything about what Elnora did. Miyone didn't tell, like, that's the whole, like, Miyone didn't even attempt to tell Suletta that her mom was bad. She, like, brought up ideas and concepts about Prospera, and you just listen to your mom, this and that. She never explicitly or directly said that your mom's up to something and you don't know it. She never directly said that. She learned that information and then concocted a plan, and you may have a plan and use Suletta. So it's just like she used Suletta so that Suletta could be free. I don't know, but it's just like Suletta's in a worse place now than where she was, because yes, Suletta was just being manipulated by her mom, but now Suletta mentally has been betrayed by the person that she holds dear. Like, Suletta has her mom, the Ariel, and Miyone. Those are her precious things. She has no idea her mom has been manipulating her. But the Ariel stopped moving, and Eri possibly could be gone if Eri did hop over to Prospera. And Miyone betrayed her. So all of her precious things are gone. And guess who's to blame for it? I'm not saying Miyone is to blame for it, but Suletta sitting there can look at Miyone and be like, I blame you for this. Make it make sense. That's actually stupid. Like, it's a dumb plan, because Suletta now has a place to put her blame. I don't know. All right, let me continue. But Prospera have any loose for Suletta area hit the permanent limit and seem to have traveled into Prospera's mass. And I say we ignore all of this and just think about Elon. Yeah, Elon was like, you know what? I'm gonna die, so I might as well go over there. I'll be friends with them. I don't know anyone else who can use the Aerial better than Suletta. Is the Aerial even piloted? Can the Aerial even operate without Eri? We don't even know if that's possible. If Eri is indeed not inside of the Aerial anymore, does it even work? Or would you have to do some work to get it up and running again? I hope Miyone can pull some big brain stuff out smart, Prospera, but it's really an uphill battle to do that. Yeah. Still, Mio came in for the save on Guel, bro. Almost became like his dad. Yeah. Eri was going to blow him away. I thought the Aerial looked cool whenever it turned white and it like lifted up into the air and the stuff started. It looked dope. It looked really dope. Wonder if it'll cause problems if they find out that Guel is the one who killed his dad. Like, would he be arrested for that or what? I don't know. They might use it as Guel could go down for it, because it could be something like he like usurped power, like he killed his dad so that he could take power, especially if he becomes president, like president of the Jituk House. It definitely would be like, so did you kill your dad on purpose so that you could get power? Like no one else is gonna care about the trauma that he went through. No one's gonna care about that. All right. Let me see. That okay? And now Elon is the only wild card left. That's right. Will he work with Shattuck, or will he air the Bennett's group their entire dirty laundry, or is he just gonna become a new Sicilian chilling? I wonder. Also, every episode, Cecilia gets off that damn couch. Something bad happens. Episode 10, terrorists show up. Episode 14, terrorists attack school. Episode 17, lesbian divorce arc. Honestly, he's on his last legs. If things really go wrong, we may have an introduction of Elon 6. All right, yeah. Actually, Elon destroyed any more Elon clothes. The Pell ladies can't plant anymore because now Suletta knows. That's right. If we do get an Elon 6, we can finally make this. That's okay. That's funny. The meme. I don't know if she knows to the extent. Yeah, she just says you're not. Yeah, he's different. He's very different. He's very different. Post it. The Elon analysis. Post that. Honestly, even if she accidentally killed Guel, she's so brainwashed that she might not even be affected as long as her mom tells her it's okay. That's true. But I think the barrier, it'd be like omniscient reader people, like omniscient reader's viewpoint. Like her fourth wall would be shaking violently if she killed someone that she knew. The camera froze again. Damn it. I don't know what goes on Sundays. But I don't know what happens on Sundays. It just stops working. There's a chance my computer could lock up again. Yeah, I feel like my computer's about to lock up again. Dang it. All right, I'm almost catching up though. Okay, yeah. I need a new processor. In bed. I'm underpowered. I'm doing way too much stuff on it. Way too much. Doing way too much stuff. All right. I'm almost catching up with what everyone's saying. Let me scroll down. Yeah, I do think that if Suletta were to kill someone that she actually knew, especially someone like Guel, even if Prospera told her it was okay, that one would be a hurdle. I do think it would be a hurdle. I think it would be. Especially if she would have killed Guel and Yodine would have did what she did. Like, I feel like that would be a big hurdle to try to just be like, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's fine. It'd be a big hurdle. Here we go. Let me keep going. Shattuck would try to frame it that way. Yeah. Ammo for Shattuck. I just want to know what Miyone's plan is now. What's phase 2 of her plan? Right. It's a perfect political career-ending scandal because Suletta can't be her plan after this now. I can't believe Miyone even took the kids, the robot, in the divorce. Yeah. Suletta is going to join Olcott in the next few episodes, and I think Suletta would be affected. The two bonded hard. Yeah, so I think Suletta would be affected if she accidentally killed Guel, especially after the precious things conversation. Absolutely. I just hope Earth House can provide her with proper support. So far, they've been really good at working with Suletta and supporting her. So hopefully they can help her. Nice plan, bad execution. I think this will cause big problems for the company. Miyone might go full cruelty and fire Earth House completely. We're in an interesting spot now because Miyone seems like what is her plan? What is her plan? Actually, taking a step back and assessing where Miyone is. What is her plan? she's do I do I dare say full hypocrite? No. What is the plan though? She said because what is the plan? She started off the episode by telling Prospera that she would become president, right? That's what she started off this episode with. And like, right? Isn't that what she said to Prospera at the beginning of this episode? And she'll take over the Quiet Zero project. She said that, right? Just as long as she leaves Suletta alone. Which is hold on. That's what she said, right? That was the deal. I'll become president and I'll take over Quiet Zero as long as you leave Suletta alone. So Prospera's like, bet I'll just take Eri with me and I'll leave Suletta alone. And then Myorine is like, well, screw it. I don't. Right? Yeah, she said, you promised me that you won't involve Suletta any further. Prospera says, of course. But please allow Suletta and Ariel to take part in one more duel. But Elnora was already about to do that anyways. But Myorine wouldn't know that. Right? She wouldn't know that. So she comes up with a plan. Basically what this is Elnora was just about finishing up and Myorine jumped the gun, right? Because Suletta possibly would have been cut out of the situation anyways. But Myorine jumped the gun and now put more emotional damage on top of Suletta when there probably didn't need to be. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of picking up. Kind of picking up that once Eri would have hit permit score 8, Eri would have kicked Suletta probably out of the area. If she, who knows what could have happened. We were discussing like, what if Eri can control the aerial by herself without needing a pilot? But we don't know if that's possible. But what if it is possible? She could have just kicked Suletta out. Like, no, we're done. Eri just flies away. I don't know. But maybe, or Prospera could have just ripped the Band-Aid off and been like, I'm kind of done with you. She jumped the gun and put more emotional damage on top of her than there needed to be. Yeah. Right? Than there needed to be. Let's take best. Is Myorine's dad gonna wake up? Delling's waking up. Absolutely. Does he have the potential to stop Prospera's plans? Eri was self-shut down. Here's the thing. Myorine has been established as a rebellious child type character. Yep. While Suletta is the exact opposite. Right. So Myorine can't see things from Suletta's perspective. Right. She in her rebellious mind thinks that getting Suletta away from Elnora is the way to go. She never considered what this kind of situation could mean for someone who's actually close with her admittedly screwed up family. Right. Absolutely. I think that's spot on. Myorine thinks the best option is to rebel, but that might not be the way. I think that's why I get annoyed with her. Very seriously. I think that's why she annoys the hell out of me. Who decided to put the happy birthday song into the app? No, the camera froze again. What? Why? Why? I don't understand. Dude. Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. I saw some people thinking that when Ariel hits permit score 8, she could possibly take over Suletta's body. Yeah, there's a lot going around. A lot of people think she hit permit score 8. She could take over Suletta. I was thinking maybe she could control the Gundam by herself, she wouldn't need a pilot anymore. That's what I was thinking. But if we think back on what Prospera said to Bell, was that the beginning? Was that the beginning of last week's episode, or was that 2 episodes ago? I think and I'm pretty sure it's like numbers with the permit scores. We can't get that high. The highest a person can handle is like 3, 4. If you try to push it to 5, you're gonna die. I think as you keep, like, I feel like Eri can just keep going and be like, oh my goodness, we've hit a whole nother level. We can keep going. Oh my goodness, there's a whole nother level. I think it keeps going, and the further it goes, the more you can discover and do. The highest we've seen so far is 5. I'm pretty sure Sophie pushed herself to 5 when she died fighting Suletta. Pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure that's Sophie pushed herself to 5, right? And died. Highest we've seen is 6. Where? I feel like I remember it. Okay, when the aerial became blue. So we're assuming that the aerial hit permit score 8 when it became white. No? Or 7 or 8, that it reached another permit level. Is that what we're thinking? Because the aerial turned white, and it's never turned white before when it was putting together its Omega Power Rangers blaster. Is there a possibility? Because definitely there was some resonance with Prospera's mask, and we know that Prospera's mask is not like some sort of prosthetic. We've seen her take it off, so it has to be some sort of interface to be able to talk to Eri, possibly, or connect with Eri. I don't know. She'll no say. I think Elnora's master is the cerebral from X-Men. That's a good point. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Are we just going to ignore Shaq killed his dad? No, we're not going to ignore that. Well, we don't know. Well, we don't know if he killed him yet, right? We don't. They mentioned it. The lady said, "Oh, so we take it as he's not coming back." We don't know if he's dead though, right? Unless it went over my head. I don't think he's dead yet. But I think he could not be dead. He could be alive, and Shattuck might be able to use him for something, but he can play the card of, I got rid of my dad to everyone else, and they would have no idea. Yeah. So like he could play that card. He could play that, like, yeah, I killed him. I took him out. I took his place, but he still could be alive. He still could bargain him for something else. There's still a lot that he could do. He could have sent his dad to a retirement home in Florida. I honestly, with this, I don't want to harp on Miyodine so much. But what she just did is the same thing she did in the first core. Miscommunications. Instead of talking to Suletta, she opted not to talk to Suletta. It was just like she barely tried to talk to Suletta. Like I mentioned this last week. Whenever her and Suletta had their conversation in the greenhouse, and they started to talk, and then Suletta said one thing that Miyodine didn't like, she just completely just flew off the handle. It was, she apologized, but in life, if you're ever talking to someone and someone apologizes to you, but in their apology they say but and try to explain why they did what they did, they are not sorry. She apologized and then said but, and then got mad and then left Suletta and then made a deal with her mother and then screwed Suletta right in her back. Never went back and talked to her. Never ever went back and talked to her. Never tried. Like the next conversation it feels like they had was an order. If I told you to get rid of the aerial, would you get rid of the aerial? Not even a conversation. in order. And Suletta was like, no, I wouldn't, because the Ariel's like family. And all Miyotine said was, that's all I needed to know, and confirmed her plan with Guel and proceeded to screw her. Not even an attempt to try to talk. That annoys me. It does. It really does. And you can say it's just how she was raised, etc., etc., etc. I'm come from the idea of, if something happens because I acted a certain way, I need to reassess why this happened and how I can change and move forward. The reason why we ended up in a jam at the end of Core 1 is because of a miscommunication between Miyotine and Suletta, which led to awkwardness, which led to them being separated, which led to them having all these pent-up emotions with their conversation at the plant whenever the Earth Witch is attacked. Because of miscommunication, because we didn't talk to each other, because we were ignoring each other. That was the whole thing. So we don't even try to adapt from that. There's not even we don't even attempt to think that, oh man, last time something like this happened, if we just had a conversation, things would have ended up better. And that's all that was. Whenever they had their conversation in the plant, they both had a conversation with each other, they opened up to each other, and then they came together. And then we keep going and we just do the same thing again. Instead of having a conversation, we just get mad at each other and then we proceed to screw people. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's a great point. She's acting just like her dad. Just like her dad. Acting with their loved one's best interest in mind. But it ends up hurting them. Because that's the same thing that happened with Delling and his wife. Acting in the best interest, and his wife ends up dying, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Exactly what Elnora said 2 episodes ago. She said that last episode. No? The conversation, she said that was the conversation we ended the episode on. Where she's just like, you're like your dad, and you're wrapped up just like your dad. And everybody was like, oh, she's gaslighting Mio. She's gaslighting her. And it's like, no, she's not, because Mio proved her right in this episode. She's not. Elnora might be a terrible individual, experimenting on kids, doing all of these things, but it feels like she is an accurate assessor of a person's character. It feels like she's accurate because 2 people called her a hypocrite, and 2 people attacked her for the things she did, and she instantly called them hypocrites, and they both folded under pressure. Because Belle tried to call her out last episode, and she called Belle a hypocrite, and she fell to her knees because Elnora was right. She's a hypocrite. And then Mio does the same thing, and then in her face, Elnora's like, you're just going to use, so what? So that Suletta just does your bidding too? And then this episode, all it was orders from Mio. All it was, will you sacrifice this? Will you do that? Will you do this? No? Bet. Use you. I used you. You proved Elnora right. Whether you did it for the right reason or not, you proved her right. You literally proved her right. So Elnora feels like she's an accurate assessor of a person's character, even though she's trash. She's very accurate and she's very spot on. Very spot on. Ay. Next week's a recap episode. Okay. All right. Not a fan of what happened, man. Right? We gotta recap all the L's. Yep, took to get this W. He took a lot. Man. I'm peeved by how this turned out. I really am. Yeah. It's just it's not fair. It's not fair what Miyotine did. Like Myorine didn't like she thinks Elnora is a bad person and she doesn't want Suletta involved. So her plan like ultimately villainized herself in Suletta's eyes. Her mom is still holier than thou to Suletta. And then you made Guel hurt the girl that he likes. Right? You made him hurt the girl. It's just like you like I don't know. It's just like come on. It feels like anything that can go bad did go bad. Like you wanted Elnora to like stop messing with Suletta so bad, and the only person that possibly could go to Suletta and comfort her is her mother. If Elnora were to just call Suletta right now and be like, it's all fine, you don't gotta worry about nothing, etc., 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 blah 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 blah, a bunch of sweet nothings. Guess what? Suletta would be like, okay, mom. You did nothing to deter this woman from contacting her daughter. Like who do you think you are? Like what? Like who do you think you are? Oh man. Ay, what an episode. What an episode. That's freaking crazy. It's just like to make it, it's like you could have, like Suletta could have like gone crazy and racked her brain about why the Aries started moving and just been so upset that she just messed up. But it's just like Myorine was just like, I did it. Yeah, I did it. This is why I did it. Right? This is why I did it. I actually think that might happen. I think Suletta might try to reach Elnora, and Elnora might not answer, might not return her call, or might answer and tell her she needs to figure it out on her own. Right? I could see something like that happening, especially if Elnora doesn't need Suletta anymore. This is us thinking that she's gonna honor what Myorine was doing. Like, if she doesn't need Suletta anymore, I could see her telling Suletta. Right? I could see her telling Suletta no. Right? No. I could see her telling Suletta no, you gotta figure it out. And not giving her an answer and leaving Suletta absolutely destroyed. I can see that. But what if she's still just like, you'll be fine, X, Y, and Z. Make sure of that. We'll get the aerial back. Don't worry. And Suletta could be fine for that. Like there's a possibility it could go either way. I kind of would like it if Suletta ended up alone. I don't know how happy it would make me to see her like that. I don't know how Suletta would. I don't even know how Suletta would recover. How does one who doesn't have people skills, who's never been around people, her whole life was spent next to the aerial. Her whole life was spent living with her mother and listening to her mother. Like how does someone just fix that? I think this should be an issue for the rest of this series. I don't think it should ever be definitive that she's moved on. I feel like this is deep. This girl's 17. Her leaving the school is her first time being away from her mother. I can't say that because Elnora would come and go, but Elnora always would show back up. Like this is gonna be the first time. I don't know. I have no idea. Let Earth House come for her. I think one of you mentioned that there's a chance that Mio gets rid of Earth House. She doesn't need Earth House. Why would she need Earth House anymore? She wouldn't need them because Earth House wouldn't be fine. Like, so what you're gonna tell me is Myorine is going to form a deal with Guel, become his bride, still stay with Earth House, still have Suletta a part of Earth House, and still work directly with Earth House to do Gundam? No, she doesn't need Earth House anymore if she becomes Guel's bride. Jatuk House can take over for doing the Gundam stuff if all the Shattuck stuff doesn't go through. Because Shattuck was going to sell the company and Gundam and all that stuff to Pell. So it's just like Suletta has no place. She has no place. Because they're not going to let Suletta pilot the Ariel. That's like Suletta's gone. She's gone. Just thing I noticed in the promo image for this season. I haven't looked at the promo image yet. I don't know if I'm gonna look at the promo image. Okay. Actually, that would make sense. Mio could push away Earth House, right? And thanks to the harassment they've been facing, they all could just decide to bail out on the school and take Suletta with them back to Earth. Yeah. Absolutely. They're Super Saiyan Choo-Choo. I think that could happen. I do think so. And then she gets her training under Olcott and the boys. Yeah. Stick Suletta with Olcott. Do we give Suletta another Gundam? Then Shattuck drops a colony. Do we give her? Does she get another Gundam? How heartbreaking would that be? How heartbreaking would that be to have Suletta eventually fight against Eri? Oh, that's pain. How tough would that be? How tough would that be? Yeah, because remember, was that episode 3? Whatever episode it was, whenever the Ariel was put up as collateral for like one of these battles, and we were like, there's no way that she loses, right? We're gonna separate them this early, but now they're separated. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. I'm gonna call it here before the camera blinks out again. Have a good one. I had some stuff I got to cut out from this, but have a good one. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Next week's a recap. I might watch the recap. I don't know if I'll post it, but I might watch it. So I'll send out a ping. Link is in the description to the Discord. I'll send out a ping. I might watch it in here. I don't know if I'll post it, if it's any good. If we have the chapters out, I'm gonna do it after. So yeah, if I don't see you next week, 2 weeks, I'll catch you for episode 18 of Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. So have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good week coming up. Have a good next weekend. If I don't see you, have a good next week. And then hopefully I see you in a couple weeks for episode 18. So have a good one, and I'll see you. Peace out.